we couldn't, as coverage, we spent so much time doing everything via Zoom. So I guess being able to go back to games would really only be from our end. I don't know. There wasn't anything passionate fan wise that I would say I would really want to replay. Maybe I would say if the White Sox could do their pitching rotation better in the playoffs, but
a do-over. All right. How about if you can't think of a replay, how about a do-over?
I guess that would be it. Tell Ricky Renteria, don't make so many pitching changes. Go with his gut, not with analytics.
And then we'll get Ed's take on here. We kind of did this a little twofold. So if you could replay any moment in 2020, sports moment, what would that be? And what would be your do-over?
Any moment in sports this year.
I know. I know I'm not asking the easy questions.
No. Goodness gracious. I would say the entire bubble, the NBA bubble, how they were able to pull that off pretty much flawlessly with everything, because they were in the heat of the pandemic at the time and everything was going on with the social justice movement at the time with Black Lives Matter and everything. And the players were on the fence on whether teams wanted to actually go to the bubble. They actually wanted to go to Orlando and play or not play. And a lot of players were kind of like up in the air on whether they wanted to do that. So that would be that moment. And if there was a do-over, I would say the regular season for Major League Baseball, I'd do that over again because they botched that majorly, Joe. And you know that, being a baseball fanatic yourself, they absolutely botched that. Rob Manfred in Major League Baseball dropped the ball big time on that one. With him fighting with Tony Clark in the MLBPA and them deciding it wasn't the 11th hour, it was probably the 14th hour to actually have a season. So I would have done the entire Major League Baseball regular season over again. The postseason was outstanding. That was almost as perfect as you're going to get as far as the postseason is concerned. That was great. But the regular season leading up to it, those 60 games, that was a disaster. That was an absolute mess. And then you've got a situation with the Florida Marlins. They came out with the COVID situation, and then the St. Louis Cardinals had it, and then I think the Pittsburgh Pirates had it also as well. But it was just an absolute mess. And thankfully, the postseason made up for their mistakes they did in the regular season.
Yeah, you saw my face there.
Rob Manfred, run that season back. Run it back because you messed that up.
That's a total do-over, major. And if you listen to us, we kind of went in heavy on that when that was happening. So won't say anything more on that because I can just keep going on that. But for replay, oh my gosh, I think I probably would replay the Super Bowl.
Why?
I don't know. Possibly. I don't know.
The Super Bowl was the last major sporting event we had before COVID.
Before COVID, yeah.
That's what my reason why I would replay that is because of that being, the type of, just energy that it was, being the last major and sporting event, like of its caliber, right before COVID happening, everything that just, that it encompassed. And then after that was like the world shut down. That's why I would replay Super Bowl because, if I would be able to be there, it would be, even more. But that would be one of the things that I would replay.
You'd replay it or a do-over. What's the difference between the two?
Replay is like you want to go ahead and be able to experience it and live it again.
Okay.
Do-over is like go total, like do-over, like, let's scratch it and do it over again and make it better.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does. What's your do-over then?
MLB was my do-over. My gosh, what a great show it has been, hasn't it?
Our first 2-hour show, guys.
It has been our first 2-hour show. Woohoo! So, as all great things must come to an end, we reached that point.
Just like you did down in Tucson?
Yeah, they should let that game still be played.
Thank you to our amazing guest, Ed Smith, joining us early part of the show. PLR joining us on the later part of the show. As always, one of my favorite people. Thank you very much, PLR.
Thank you.
We miss you every single time.
So I share.
And there it is. His sign off. So PLR, can you tell our listeners, our avid listeners here, how they can find you, get a hold of you, follow you, all the good stuff?
Every day, 1:00. The Cave Show. Just go to sportscave.com, hit the listen live button. You can catch us on either BTR Block Talk Radio or Casual Sports Radio Network. We're also the 1:00 show is also replayed at 3:00. So we're on 2 networks, and we're on a lot during the week, 15 times during the week, actually 16 times. So if you miss us, that's on you. But we are there. The Twitter, the Facebook, and the Instagram is at the Sports Cave. Cave is with the K. The website is sportscave.com. And then you can get me on the Twitter at PLR on Sports. But I have tangents. I go into these things. I'm kind of like Lamont on Sanford and Son. Sometimes I have these fits. Remember that episode there when he was having fits?
Yes.
It was like, I know karate. He has fits. You might have to get me checked out with what my fingers tweet. But please follow. I think I'm a good follow. It's fun. I always have a good time. And just so everybody knows, the NFL playoffs, if you have a team in the playoffs, enjoy. If you don't, so sorry, wouldn't want to be.
Ed.
You can catch me right here on Inside Sports Talk on PLR's show on the Sports Cave. We had a good show on Monday. We're going to have another great one on Thursday. We're going to preview and break down the most comical thing in broadcast radio, right, Paul? Our picks.
Oh, it is very nice because Ed is such a nice guy. He is so nice. He is very kind, and he does things out of the goodness of his heart. It's about the money, boy, and I'm all about the life of debauchery, and I'm going to lead you down that path on Thursdays. But we team up and we do it together.
Yeah, buddy. Also, Twitter at EdCole43 and Instagram at EdwardCole301. And
of course, you can find me, Joanna Rosalie, on both Instagram and Twitter at JRosalie. That's JROSALYE. And you can find Inside Sports Talk on Instagram at Inside Sports Net, on Twitter at Inside Sports with an extra S at the end. Make sure click follow. Our website, insidesports.net. And also, you can go ahead and download our podcast from all major podcast platforms, Inside Sports Talk, and listen to us on KSRN's Casual Sports Radio Network. We're on every single week. Tuesdays bringing you a new show, and every weeknight, other than Tuesdays, bringing you a replay. Remember, again, we're extended our show to 2 hours for 2021. And with this, we'll leave you. Enjoy wonderful football, wild card, football madness weekend. Go Packers.
Wow. Wow. They're not playing this weekend.
I'm just saying, go Packers.
You know what? I'm letting the Cardinals know that you don't root for them, that your favorite baseball team resides in another state. I don't know what it's, Massachusetts. I'm telling every local sports team that you are a traitor on every single. Yeah, I'll snitch. I don't care. I'll let them all know. When they put your credentials, I want it to say that you like other teams more than you like them. At least I'm loyal to my city. You're loyal to like 8 cities. 8 of them. Okay.
Okay. No, I do go for my home teams as well, but unfortunately, Cardinals didn't make it to the playoffs. So you should have seen me yesterday. I had two TVs. One on the Cardinals game, the other one on the Packers, watching them simultaneously. Ask Ed, he has proof.
But of course, the Packers were on the bigger TV, Paul. Naturally.
Who's your baseball team?
Red Sox.
My baseball team?
Yeah.
Red Sox.
Oh, Red Sox. You got that receipt, right? So you got the Red Sox and the Packers.
Yes.
I just want to make sure the recording was still going.
And your NBA team?
I think you have a copy of that receipt too. From a while back too.
Yeah, I got it. Video and audio. Audio.
I think last year.
Yep.
Sometime
video.
you got that receipt.
Video and audio. What is Cedric trying to say? That sounds right there. He's 4 and 5. So now we got audio and video.
We went off on a tangent. All right. So, but we will have more football talk for you next week and more sports talk as always. Everyone, thank you for joining in and listening to us. Always fun, a great time. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, PLR. And until next time, until next week, everyone have a great night and have a great week.